First one. Hi guys, how's it going? Ben here from Velocity Personal Training Academy, and today we're going to be going through working out your own macros. So what is a macro? A macro is a macronutrient. So what you've got are your proteins, your carbs and your fats. These are the three main nutrients that you're going to look to gain growth and repair, energy and different neural functions, installation, all those type of characteristics. That's what these macronutrients are going to do. Very, very important for the human body. So how much should we be eating? How much should we be eating to lose weight? How much should we be eating to gain weight? That's always a big question that we get asked. Now, as a personal trainer, you're there to give advice, not typically there to give specific diet plans out to clients, just because that is a protected term in the role of a nutritionist and a dietitian. So anyway, what we can have a look is give them a rough idea of what they should be hitting. So today what we're going to be having a look at is a Harris-Benedict Formula. So the Harris-Benedict Formula is an equation. It's a little bit of maths involved in it, and what it does, how it differentiates itself from just going off straight body weight, is it's a little bit more specific. So it's taking body weight, height and also age of the individual into consideration. Now, there are different formulas out there as well, but we're just going to take you through the Harris-Benedict formula just because it's the one that we teach on the Active IQ paperwork. Now, with this formula, you can see that you have two different equations, both gender dependent. So you've got men, so men, it's a big long nasty equation. You're talking 66 plus 13.7 times your weight in kilograms, and then you plus in 5 times your height in centimeters, and then you're taking away 6.8 times your age. So you've also got the female one here. Female is 655 plus 9.6 times your weight in kilos, plus 1.8 times your height in centimeters, and also minus that by 4.7 times your age. So just to kind of show you a quick example of how that is, I've done it for myself here. Before I run through it, I'll just give you a little bit of a tip. Work out your brackets first. So work out those little equations in your brackets first, and then put your numbers into the brackets. Makes life a hell of a lot more easier.
Come on, do math.
2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3, quick maths.
So we've got here 66 plus 1,123.4 plus 900 minus 163.2. I hope you know where I got those from. It's from the previous Harris-Benedict equation. So that is my weight in kilos, my height in centimeters, and my age, either times or taken away by the factors previously. We'll put the equation up here for you to have a quick look at now, so you kind of see where I'm coming from. So anyway, what this has worked out is something called my BMR. Now, my BMR is my basal metabolic rate, which is essentially the amount of calories that you need in order for your body to function. So it's not how many calories that you need to lose weight, not how many calories that you need to gain weight, how many calories that you need for your digestive system to work, for your nervous system to work, for your internal bodily organs to work, skeletal tissue to work. Basically, if you were to wake up in the morning, lay in bed, not get out of bed, even go to the toilet, and then just go straight to sleep at night, that is the amount of calories that you need in order for you to live, basically. So that is giving me the rough amount of calories that I need in order to live. 1,926.2 calories. Now, what we need to do to this figure is then all of a sudden add my TDEE. Now, what your TDEE is your total daily energy expenditure, or as we otherwise know, times your BMR by a activity multiplier. Now, we do have loads of different activity multipliers. I'm going to put them right here again for you to have a quick look at, and just have a look at what category that you will place yourself into, and you would times your basal metabolic rate by this activity multiplier. So the one that I've chosen is 1.55, which is moderately active. So moderately active, working out 3 to 5 days a week. Never try and overshoot yourself. If you're overshooting yourself, you're just eating far too many calories that you need. To go all the way up until the furthest activity multiplier, you're talking you need to be an elite level athlete to be able to do that. Multiple sessions a day, plus also an active job at the same time. So always try and be truthful with yourself, so that's why I've chosen 1.55. So my basal metabolic rate, my 1926.2, I've times that by 1.55, and that has given me 2,985.61 calories that I would need to eat in order for me to maintain where I'm at. So if I didn't want to lose weight, if I didn't want to gain weight, that is the amount of total calories that I would eat in order to maintain what I'm doing today. So what happens if you do want to lose weight? So we've got this here. I've had a look at the ACSM guidelines. So the American College of Sports Medicine guideline basically stipulates if you want to lose 1 pound of weight loss per week, which requires an energy deficit of 500 calories a day for 7 days, giving you a total weekly calorie deficit of 3,500 calories. So that is the amount of weekly deficit that you're looking at, 500 calorie deficit to equate to 1 pound weight loss per week. Remember guys, this is just a guideline. This isn't bulletproof, going to work for absolutely everybody. Loads of different factors come into play. I mean, at the end of the day, as a personal trainer, you know that you're just with that client 1 hour of the day. What they're doing there over 23 hours, you cannot control. You can only give guidance to them. So if everything is working like clockwork, happy days, you know it's going to be efficient. If not, there are some other habitual things that you may need to sort out with your client. So anyway, that being said, we're now going to have a look at adding that 500 calorie deficit to my total calories that I need to eat. So we've got here my total calories that I need to eat, 2,985 calories what I need to eat in order to maintain where I'm at. I'm going to take away 500 calories from that, giving me 2,485 calories that I will need to eat in order to sustain a 1 pound weight loss per week according to the ACSM guidelines. Now what I've done here is how I then have broken that down, because if we were to say to a client, you need to eat 2,485 calories a day, they might look at you blank. Calories are a buzzword. They might think, oh yeah, happy calories, but they may not know what the calorific value of certain food products are and things like that. So that's where they may struggle. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at putting this and turning it into grams. So like you need to eat this amount of grams of protein, this amount of grams of carbs, this amount of grams of fat. So what we're having a look at is splitting it into protein, carbs and fats. If you have a quick look here, so we've got protein, just a standard rule of thumb, for every 1 gram of protein that you eat, that has 4 calories to it. For every 1 gram of carbs that you eat, that again has 4 calories to it. Where for every 1 gram of fat that you eat, you're now looking at that having 9 calories. So just remember that, that's basic nutrition. For every 1 gram of protein holds 4 calories, for every 1 gram of carbs holds 4 calories, for every 1 gram of fat that holds 9 calories, remember that. So, how we're going to convert these calories into grams. How we're going to do that is we're going to work out percentage ratios. Now, you can pick whatever percentage ratio that you want, that you deem your client can stick to. So say for example, a ketogenic diet, we know a ketogenic diet is going to be high in fats, relatively low in carbohydrates and moderate proteins. So therefore, your ratios would just hit that. That's all it is. So this one here, I've just gone for a basics diet. You may be looking at this being slightly higher protein than usual, but what I've gone for here is a 35%, 45% and a 20% split. So 35% of 2,485 is 869 calories. What we've then done is divided that by 4. Why do you think we've done that? That's because with this protein you've got 4 calories, 1 gram of protein equates to 4 calories, so then you're just dividing the calories by 4. And then that gives you 217, and that's 217 grams of protein you need to eat. Looking at carbs, so with the carbs I'm going to have a look at 45% of the daily calories coming from carbs, and what we've done here, worked out 45% of 2,485, it's given us 1,118 calories. We've divided that by 4 again, because if you look, carbohydrates, for every 1 gram of carbohydrates holds 4 calories. So we divide that by 4, that's given us 279 grams of carbohydrates to eat. Happy days. And then the final one, fat, we're going to have a look at 20% of our daily calories coming from fat. So 20% of 2,485 calories, we're looking at 497 calories, dividing that by 9 this time though, because again, remember, for every 1 gram of fat that we eat, it holds 9 calories. So then that has given us 55 grams of fat that we can eat per day. So again guys, if you just think of like the importance of each macro, so protein, you're looking at growth and repair, skeletal tissue, but also other functions and organisms within your body. Carbohydrates, energy source, that's what that is in your body if you think of it as a whole. And then fats has loads of different roles in your body, neural function, insulation, cushioning, those type of characteristics. So it's important to have each macro in there, not specifically thinking fat makes me fat, so what I'm going to do is just cut fat out and get my protein and carbs in there, because your neural function will degenerate, and also you're not looking at a good amount of insulation to help you out. It's unhealthy. There's also certain vitamins that you get from fat, your A deck vitamins, A, D, E and K. That's why it's essential to have your fats in there. That's what we're looking at in terms of working out your macros for yourself. Give it a go. Hopefully this video has helped you in terms of breaking down the maths of it and explaining where each and every single figure has come from. If you're unsure, feel free to contact us on our number. We'll be happy to help you out. Give it a go. Work out different ratios which suit you, which suit your daily habits, and have a look at then splitting up the grams of protein, carbs and fat into a daily diet maybe, and see how you can track it. MyFitnessPal's a really good little indicator for this one, punching in your food products, seeing if you're hitting these macros and so on, almost becoming like a little bit of a daily tracker for yourself. But anyway, give it a go guys. If you want more content like this from us guys here at Velocity PT Academy, make sure that you like and subscribe to this video on YouTube, and also look to like all of our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter as well.